I have a story about narcissists and their guilt trips. I have a narcissistic mother. I also have a narcissistic older brother. And my dad is very codependent on both of these people, even though my parents are divorced. So I've known all of my life that whenever I was going to get married, it was going to be a tricky situation because I knew I wanted all of my other siblings to be there. But I knew that I did not trust all of my family to be there. So how does one invite some of your family and not the rest of your family? When I told my narcissistic mom that I'd gotten engaged, there was still a lot of planning that needed to go into place. I didn't know where we were going to get married or how it was going to look. And before I have even decided when it was going to be, where it was going to be, anything, she told me that she had bought 3 different dresses to wear to the wedding. Okay, I hadn't even been dress shopping yet, but glad to know you have 3 different dresses. Fast forward in time, she wouldn't even go dress shopping with me. She wouldn't come to any of my dress fittings, nothing. And then finally it was decided where I was going to get married, when it was going to happen, and I was going to ask her to come. And my only stipulation to her was, please don't tell my narcissistic brother the date of my wedding. You can tell him afterwards. I don't want him knowing ahead of time because I don't want him ruining my wedding day. And in all fairness, I told everybody that came to our wedding the exact same thing. Anyway, my mom interpreted that as, that's not really an invitation, and declined to come. I asked her on 3 different occasions to come and she declined to come. Then she proceeded to guilt trip me because if they can't get their way just normally, they will try to guilt you into doing things the way that they want things done so that they can get what they want. It's never about what the other person wants. It's only about what the narcissist wants. So first there were guilt around like, oh, but I already bought all these dresses. Maybe I'll take them back. Okay. Then I was showing her pictures of the venue that we were going to get married at, and she's swiping through them. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I wish I could be there. I wish I could be there. I wish I could be there. To which I finally said to her, I asked you to come. You can be there. Would you like to come? The only thing you have to do is not tell narcissistic brother when the wedding date is. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. Then when the guilt doesn't work, they'll drop in other things, such as she calls me up one day and tells me that she plans a 2.5-week trip to Alaska, basically like the same time that my wedding was going to be, and how excited she was about it. She couldn't wait to talk to me all about it. Then it's just like hurtful stuff. On the flip side of that, I have a codependent father in this entire situation. And both my parents were in cahoots to try to get me to warm up to my narcissistic brother ahead of my wedding, I guess, is what was happening. So my father actually says to me, I will dance with you at your wedding if you make amends with your brother. I'm sorry, what? That is so manipulative and so hurtful and so invalidating. It was basically in that moment that I decided, you're no longer invited to the wedding. I refuse to have people around me on my wedding day that do not support me 100%. I got married. It was beautiful. I didn't hear from either my mother or my father on my wedding day or my narcissistic brother. Leading up to it, I thought I was going to be really sad about it, but my actual wedding day was full of happiness and joy. And I had never really experienced a life event that was drama-free. That was the first time, because narcissists like to cause drama at every family gathering, social gathering, weddings, funerals, birthdays, you name it. But my wedding day was joyous and peaceful and loving. And I'm pretty sure it's because toxic people like that were not in my life.